Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all again in my class of mathematics. Students, I hope all of you are doing well and good at home by the grace of Allah. So I'm also good and doing well, Alhamdulillah. Students, as you know, we have completed our mathematics section and we have started algebra. Now, what we are going to start today, basically, we are going to start today our geometry section. Okay, today we are going to start the geometry section. Okay, please do not get confused that you have to buy a separate book for geometry. No, your chapters that are included in geometry is also present in your class 6 math book that you have already in your home. Okay, so please do not get confused that you have to buy a new book. Okay. So today we are going to start geometry. And again, this is your class 6 mathematics and this is your lecture number. Basically, this is your lecture number 19. Okay. I am good, Bete. I am good. I am good. Okay. So, and who I am? Obviously, I am your math teacher, Miss Palak Nas. Okay, so let's start. But before starting, I want to discuss something about the notebook of geometry. Means what, how will your copy look like, and how will you maintain your copy? So here is a picture of your geometry copy. As you can see that you have to use the interleaf copy of 160 pages of our geometry section. Okay, you have to use interleaf copy. Again, I'm repeating. Please do not do your work in single line copy as it will not be acceptable. Okay, so please use interleaf copy for geometry, obviously of 160 pages. And then on first page, okay, on first lining page, make the title page of midterm. Okay, on the first lining page, make the title page of midterm. And then on the second line page, make the title page of the chapter. Okay, please do not make the title page of chapter on interleaf page. Okay, if you are going to make the title page, so kindly use the lining page. Please do not make title page of midterm as well as of chapter on interleaf page. Okay, now one more thing important is that draw each and every figure on interleaf page in front of the given question. Just suppose here you are going to do definitions. Just suppose here you are going to do definitions, and obviously you will write the definition here. But if you want to draw the figure of this definition, so you will use this interleaf page, and in front of the given definition, you will draw the figure. And for interleaf page, you will use the pencil. Please draw all the figures on. No, Alina, we do not have to leave the page for syllabus specifically. Remember, might be due to internet problem. So kindly check your internet connection properly. Okay, now you have to draw the figure on this side, okay, on this page, and please use pencil. Just suppose if you are going to label it, that is you are writing here A and B, so please also use pencil for this. Hadika Salman, what you have question, please write it down in the chat box. Okay, now this is the way to maintain your copy. Now move on to the next one, that is chapter number 11, fundamental concepts of geometry. Okay, chapter number 11, fundamental concepts of geometry. So from where we are going to start today, we are going to start today with chapter number 11, that is fundamental concepts of geometry. This is your chapter that lie on page number 148. So if you open your book and open page number, okay, Harika, and open page number 148. So you will see that chapter number 11, that is fundamental concepts of geometry. Okay, so we are going to start this chapter today. So what we are going to learn from this chapter today? So today we are going to cover two topics from this. Number one is definitions of point, collinear points and non-collinear points. Okay, definitions of point, collinear points and non-collinear points, and the concept of betweenness. Concept of betweenness. Okay, these are two topics that we are going to cover today. So let's start from topic number one, that are the definition of what? Point. So what is point? A point has no dimension. Okay, what does this dimension mean? Dimension means direction. Directions means right, left, up, down. Okay, So these lines are giving you the direction, or you can say north, west, east, and south. So these are the dimensions. So point has no dimension, means it will not tell you whether you have to move left or right, up or down. So just suppose if I'm going to place a smaller dot here, so this dot do not tell you any direction, means it does not tell you whether you have to move. So a point has no dimension and it is denoted by a small dot, just like this. Okay, it will be denoted with the help of a small dot and is usually named by a capital letter of the alphabet. Just suppose, as you can see, this is your point, and how can you denote it? With the help of the capital letter of the alphabet. Just suppose I am saying that, just suppose I am saying that it is this point A, this point is A. Okay, so this is your point. Now, look at here. Just suppose these are several points, this point, this point, this point. I'm labeling that this point is point B, this is point C, this is point F. Okay, so you will represent the points with the help of the capital letter of the alphabet. Okay, now these points are basically of two types. Number one, you have collinear points, and the second one, you have non-collinear points. So we will start from number one, collinear point. So before going to the definition of collinear points, let's consider this figure. What is this figure? This figure is basically a straight line. Okay, and as you can see here, there are some points that lie on this straight line. As you can see here, these all points are lie on one line. And if I want to denote it or label it, how will you write? You will simply write, this is your point W, this is your point X, this is your point Y, and this is your point Z. So if you can see here, these are 4 points, and all these 4 points lie on a single line, on this line. Okay, so all these points are lie on this line. So what does it mean? If you can see here, what is saying that 3. Okay, if you have 3 or more points that lying on the same line, they are called collinear points. If you have point 3, must you have 3 point or more than 3 point. If these 3 or more than 3 points lie on one line, they will called collinear points. So what are collinear points? The point that lie on one line. So hence you can say that W, X, Y, and Z, W, X, Y, and Z are collinear points. Okay. Now move on to the next one, that are non-collinear points. So again, let's consider this figure. Here you can see there are some points that lie on one line, and this is the point that doesn't lie on this line. Now let's label it. Just suppose this is your point Y, and this is your point W, X, and Z. So if you can see here that 3 points are lie on one line, but this point, that is Y, this point do not lie on one line. So what are these? If you have 3 points or more than 3 points that do not lie on the same line, then you can say that these points are non-collinear points. So what are non-collinear points? If you have 3 points or more than 3 points that do not lie on single line, then you can say that these are non-collinear points. Okay, now move on to the exercise number 11.2. 11.1, we are going to start from exercise number 11.1. So in exercise number 11.1, what you have question? You have question, fill in the blanks with respect to the given figure. So let's consider figure first. Here is your figure, and as you can see here, this is a straight line, and there are some points, or you can say more than 3 or 4 points that lie on this line, on this line. So if you label it, so this is point P, this is Q, this is R, this is T, this is V, this is W, and this is X. And as you can see here, there are some more points that do not lie on this line. Okay, there are some more points that do not lie on this line. Beta, check your internet connection, because I don't think the problem is from my side. Okay, Now, so as you can see here, these are the points that lie on one line, and these are the points that do not lie on one line. So you have to fill the blanks with respect to the given question, with respect to the figure. Now, fill in the blank. Here you have points P, Q, and R. Here you have points P, Q, and R. As the line indicate, this point P, Q, R are lie on one line. So we can say that point P, Q, and R are collinear points. Okay, points P, Q, and R are collinear points. Similarly, as you can see here in question number 2, you have points Q, R, and S. Q, R, and S. So what you can say that these 2 points are lie on one line, but this is the third point that do not lie on this line. So you can say that points Q, R, and S are non-collinear points because they do not lie on one line. Okay, now next you have points T, X, and Y. T, X, and Y. So points T, X, and Y, again they do not lie on one line. So you can say that these are non-collinear points. Okay, now move on to the next one. Here you have points V. This is V, this is W, and this is Y. So points V, W, and Y. As you can see here, these 3 points are lie on one line. So you will say that these are collinear points. Okay, these are collinear points. Okay, now points number 5. As you can see here, points S, U, and V. This is S, this is U, but this is V. This V is lie here, and S, U are lie on another line. So what are they? Obviously, they are non-collinear points. So collinear points are those that lie on one line, and non-collinear points are those that do not lie on one line. Okay, now move on to the next topic, the concept of betweenness. Okay, so what does it mean, concept of betweenness? Consider this figure. This is the circular figure. This is not a straight line. Okay, please do not think that this is a straight line. This is a circular line, and on this circular line there are 3 points. Okay, and if you can name them, so what it will be, this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. So if I want to ask you that, can you tell me which point lie in between? Between, what does it mean? Between mean between का मतलब दरमियान में. So can you tell me which point would lie between other 2 points? Obviously not. Okay, you cannot tell me here which point lie between the other 2. Why? Just suppose, as you can see here, here you have point A, this is your point B, and this is your point C. So if I'm going to say that the C lie between A and B, so obviously I can also say that B lie between A and C, or A lie between C and B. Why I'm so much confused between them? Because these points do not lie on one line. Okay, so in this figure it cannot be decided which points among A, B, and C lies between the other 2. But if you will consider this straight line, and I'm going to place points here, these are 3 points. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I am going to label it. This is L, this is M, and this is N. Okay, so what you will say, L, M, and N. What you will say if I'm going to ask you which point lie in between. So here you can simply say that this point M. Okay, you can simply say that this point M lie between L and N. Okay, so why are you saying that? Why? What is the reason behind that? Number one, in this figure, we can safely say that M lies between L and N. Okay, why we are saying that? Because points L, M, and N are collinear. Okay, so for the concept of betweenness means if you want to find out which point lie in between, so your points must be collinear, means they must lie on one line. Okay, the points must lie on one line. If they do not lie on one line, you cannot find out which lie in between. Okay, So the first condition is that your points must be collinear. And if you want to clear more about this, so it is also necessary for points M lying between L and N that measurement LM. Now this is M. Okay. Now this M means what? This M means measurement. Okay. So measurement LM. Now from measurement, you will start from point L and then end towards M. Means you will start from this point and end towards M point. So this is measurement LM. That's why I'm placing the short line over it, and this is must. Then you will add the measurement of MN, means from this point to this point. So what you will say that the if you will measure these two segments, or if you will add them together, if you will add them together, so it will be equals to measurement LN, means from this L to this N. Okay, so if you will add these two line segment, so this line segment will be equal to line segment L and N. Just suppose the measurement of this is 2, the measurement of this portion is 2. So 2 plus 2 will become 4. So you can say that if you will add them together, so your total length will be the 4 centimeter. Okay. So if you have a concept of in between, so there are two conditions, that the point must be collinear and the segments, there are two segments in between. So the total length will be equals to the final length, that is LN. Okay. Now let's consider some more figure here. Consider this figure. Okay, here you have again 3 points in this figure, and here you have A, B and C. So if I'm going to ask you which point lie in between, class, can you please tell me which point lie in between? Anyone please tell me? Can you please tell me? No, you are not interested? Students, where are you? Okay, so all of you are saying very good. All of you are saying B lies between the A and C. Okay, now what's the reason behind it? What's the reason behind it? Here, point B lies between points A and C. Why? Because, 1 minute. Okay, okay. So why? Because A, B and C are collinear points. Obviously, for the concept of betweenness, your points must be collinear. So you can say that point A, B and C are collinear. And the most important thing is that the measurement of AB, this line segment is must. Okay, this line segment is must. Please do not forget to draw this line on each thing. Okay, so why we are saying that? Number one, they are collinear, and second is that if you will measure AB, okay, if you will measure this section and measure this section, means AB and from B to C, so if you will add them, so their answer will be equals to point A till C. So what you will say, measurement AB plus measurement BC is equals to measurement AC. Okay, now this line segment is must. Kindly do not forget to place this line segment. Okay, now I hope it is clear. Now we are going to start exercise number 11.2. Okay, now in exercise number 11.2, what you have question, 3 points L, M and N are collinear. Okay, here they are telling you that you have 3 points like L, M and N, and they are collinear. So measurement of LM is equals to 5 centimeter, means measurement from L to M is 5 centimeter, measurement from L to N is 3 centimeter, and measurement from M to N is 8 centimeter. Find which point lies between the other two. So here you have to find out, here you have 3 points L, M and N, and with respect to this given measurements, you have to find out which points lie in between. Okay, one important thing is that please place this short line segments over this point. This is must. Okay, so how will you start? First you will write down the data here. Okay, first you will write down the data here. How will you write the data? Just suppose you will say measurement LM is equals to 5 centimeter as it is given in your question. Then measurement LN is equals to 3 centimeter and measurement MN is equals to 8 centimeter. Okay, this is your data. This is a thing that is given inside your question. Now what you have to find out? You have to find out which point lie in between. So for this, you will use the interleaf page and you will draw your figure here. Now how will you draw your figure here? Just suppose, as you can see here, it is very simple and easy, that this is your total length, means 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3 will become 8, and this is point MN. So what you will do, you will draw the total length first. Okay, you will draw this total length first with the help of a scale. So pick up a scale and draw a line segment of 8 centimeter on interleaf page with the help of pencil. Again, use your scale. Okay, now draw this line segment and then mark these are your points. Now what point are these? This is your point M and this is your point N, and the total length between M to N is 8 centimeter. So you have to label it in this way in your copy as well. Okay, you have to attempt this one in this way. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to find out the point which lie between M and N. Obviously, which point is left here? Can anyone tell me which point is left here? Which point lie it between M and N? Hmm? Yes, Mohit Khan, your answer is right. Obviously, so the point L is light will be in between M and N, but you cannot place your point L randomly here because here you have proper measurements. So what you have to do, you have to place the point L here, but with respect to the given measurement. As you can see here, the measurement from L to M, or you can say from M to L, is 5 centimeter. Here you can see here you have a point M, but point L is missing here. So you have to find point L on this figure. So what you will do, you will take your scale, okay, place your scale on point M and mark 5 centimeter. Okay, mark what you will mark 5 centimeter, and obviously 5 centimeter will lie somewhere here. Okay, you will say 5 centimeter is here, and then you will write this is your point L. So the measurement from M to L will be 5 centimeter, just like this. I'm going to say that the 5 centimeter will lie here with the help of a scale, and then I will say that this is my point L, and the measurement from L to M, L to M is 5 centimeter, and the measurement from L to N is 3 centimeter. So where this 3 centimeter come from? Okay, as you can see, 8 minus 5 will be 3. So you will write L N. If you will measure this section with the help of scale, so it must be of 3 centimeter. Okay, so this is the way to draw the figure in your copy. Means you will draw a proper line here. Okay, you will draw the proper line here, then label it, mark, write down the points here, and as well as write down the measurements. This is must. Now come towards the solution. So in solution, what you will write, you will say that measurement LM plus measurement LN is equals to measurement MN. Okay, as you can say that if you will add 5 plus 3, so obviously it is equals to 8 centimeters. So you will write measurement LM plus measurement LN is equals to measurement MN, or simply you can write it that 5 centimeter measurement LM is equals to 5 centimeter, measurement LN is equals to 3 centimeter, and measurement MN obviously is equals to 8 centimeter. So 5 plus 3 is equals to 8 centimeter. So what does it tell you? It tell you that point L lies between M and N. Point L lies between point M and N. Okay. Now move on to the next question. This is your question. If you have points A, B, and C, and they are any three collinear points. Okay, A, B, C are three collinear points. 1 minute. Yes, Varda, I'm repeating this question again. So if A, B, and C are any three collinear points and measurement BC, okay, measurement BC plus measurement AC is equals to measurement AB, then find which point lies between the other two. As you can see here, as you can see here, there is no measurement given here. Okay, there is no measurement given here. They are giving you only a simple equation. Then that then when you will add these two sections, your total length will be of AB. So what you have to find out, you have to find out which point lie between the other two. Okay, this is your interleave page and this is your, just suppose, your lining page. Okay, now I am going to write down the data here. Just suppose what I have, there is no measurement given in that data, so simply I will write that measurement BC, measurement AC, and measurement AB. Okay, no measurement, so simply I will write it down, this thing. Marusha, why you are continuously turning on your video? Okay, now AB, sorry, BC, AC, and AB. Now what you have to do, you have to find out which point lie between the other two. As you can see here, this is your total length, AB. If you can see in your figure, in your question, that this is your total length, A is equal to AB. So obviously you will draw your total length first. Okay, on the interleave, you will draw this total length first, that is AB. Just like this, I'm going to draw a line. Since there is no measurement is given, so I will draw a random measurement. Okay, I will draw a line segment of random measurement. Okay, so simply I will write here A and B. This is my point A and this is my point B. Now can you tell me which point lie in between? Can you tell me which point lie in between? Can anyone tell me which point lie in between? I am waiting for your answer. Yes, Alina, Salman, Iman, Adnan, Suhaima, Shayan. So all of you are giving Abdullah Irfan, Varda. Okay, Varda, very good, bete. So what does it mean? That obviously C is missing here, so point C lies in between. But since there is no measurement, so you can place it randomly anywhere in on this line. Okay, if you have a measurement, so you can please draw it, but there is no measurement here, so you will simply write that the point C lie in between A and B. Okay, so no need to write measurements here. Okay, now inside the solution, what you will write, you will simply write your equation, that measurement BC. This is your measurement BC. Okay, 1 minute. Just suppose this is your measurement BC. Okay, this is BC plus AC, means if you will add BC and AC, so it will be equals to AB, means from this to this. If you will add these two sections, so these two sections will be equals to AB. So what does it mean? It means that your point C lies between A and B. Point C lies between A and B. Okay, is that clear? Okay, Varda, please tell me, is that clear? Varda and other students, please tell me, is that clear? Because this is the end of the lecture. Okay. Okay, students, one thing that I'm going to repeat here, one more thing that I'm going to repeat here, please listen to me. When you are going to draw this figure, okay, when you are going to draw this figure, kindly write down the points, kindly write down the measurements, everything, okay. Please write down each and everything, but please draw it on interleave page and use pencil only, okay, use pencil only. Okay, is that clear? Now I'm moving towards your, I know you have posted so many questions. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now I'm going to share your assignment with you today. Okay, this is your assignment. Now listen to me very carefully. This is your assignment that I am going to post today on Google Classroom. And what you have to do, you have to do this assignment in geometry copy, that must be interleave. Okay, now one thing is that First of all, you will maintain your index. You will write down midterm. Then you will write chapter number 11, Fundamental Concepts of Geometry. That is your chapter name. And then you will write the index. Okay, now these are the questions that you have to attempt it. Now, how will you start your work? First of all, you will write down the title. You will make the title page of midterm and must be on line page. And then you will make the title page of chapter number 11 along with subtitles, and it is again on lining page. Okay, and as you can see here, the interleaf copy of geometry, that what I'm writing here, draw figures here. You have to draw the figures here by using pencil, and do all the written work here with the help of blue and black pen. Okay, now what you have to do, you will copy down this definition, all this definition of point, collinear points and non-collinear points in your copy, but you will draw this figure in on interleaf page. Okay, draw this figure on interleaf page with the help of pencil, and kindly do not forget to write down the heading. Okay, this collinear points you will write down below the figure, okay, with pencil. Okay, now these are the examples for exercise number 11.1. Okay, these are the examples for exercise number 11.1. So what you have to do, you will use attempt from book. This question is not from book, this is the example. So please do not copy down this section in your book copy. Okay, please do not copy down it in your copy, because this is the example. You have to open your book page number 140, I think 149, I think, on exercise number 11.1. So copy down the question from there, draw the figure, this not this one, the figure that is in your book, draw that figure on interleaf page, and then solve it accordingly. Okay, then you will copy down your exercise number 11.2 from book. Example are here for your convenience. Again, you will draw the figure on interleaf page, and this is the way to solve question number 1 and 3. Okay, but please do not attempt this question, as these are the example questions and examples are not included in assignments. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to attempt all the questions from book. Yes, you have to attempt the definitions from the assignment. Okay, you have to write these definitions in your copy with proper heading of definitions. Okay, is that clear? Please tell me, is that clear? Okay, now I am moving back to your lecture again. Is it clear? Please tell me. Students, where are you? Okay, you can use markers. Okay, you can use markers, but please do not use colorful marker. Use only black and blue marker. Okay, black and blue marker, and do not use marker or pen on interleaf page, please. Okay, no, I'm going to take your attendance as well. So first of all, I want to ask some more questions from you. Now this is the question that you have to solve right now, and what you have to do, you have to fill in the blanks with respect to the given figure. Here you can see some points lie on one line and some are not lying on one line. So please tell me points A, B, and C, whether they are collinear and non-collinear. I am going to mark your attendance. Okay, so please tell me about this point. I hope 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay, now I am done with your attendance. So let's check your answer. Return answers. 1 minute. Okay, so okay, so all of you are saying that they are non-collinear. Yes, obviously A, B, and C are non-collinear. Now move on to the next one. Points A, B, and D are what? Points A, B, and D. A, B, and D, whether they are collinear or non-collinear. Very good. Abdullah Irfan, Meera, Marusha, Unshe, Khadika, Pariza, Aiza. All of you are saying that they are collinear points. Obviously, you are right. So now move on to the next one. 1 minute. Now tell me about this one. Point F, G, and H are what? F, G, and H are. Okay, Zen, you are right. Okay, Hadika, Abdullah Irfan, Aiza, Suhaima, Ali, Na Salman, Hamza. Hamza, you are wrong. Marusha, Unshir. So points F, G, and H are non-collinear points. So Shayan Abid, you are also right. Now move on to the next one. Points D, E, and J. Points D, E, and J. What about this points? D, E, and J. D, E, and J. Yes. Abdul Irfan, Hadika, Shayan, Varda, Aiza, Suhaima, Alina, On Sheikh, Umar bin Salman, Himan Adnan. So they are, all of you are right. Miram, Pariza, Mohit, Jawad, Kareem. So what are you saying? Yes, obviously they are collinear points. Okay. Now move on to the next one. Points H, I, and J. What are they? Points H, I, and J. H, I, and J. Okay, Hadika, you are right. Shayan, you are right. Hamzan Jum, you are right. Zain, right. Marusha, Suhaima, Onche, Farda, Aisa, Mohit, Alina, Umar bin Salman, Miram, Jawad, Kareem. So all of you are saying that right. H, I, and J are non-collinear points. Okay. Now the last question. Points D, E, and J. G. Sorry. Points D, E, and G. Collinear or non-collinear? Okay, Pariza, Jawad Kareem, sorry, Zen Fahim, okay, right, Hamza, Aiza, Shayan, Abid, Pariza, Jawad Kareem, Meeram, Marusha, Umaima, Suhaima, Arina, Iman, Umar bin Salman. So the correct answer is point D, E, and G are collinear points. So that's the end of the lecture, students. If you want to ask anything, please, you can ask me. If you want to ask anything, please, you can ask. Is there any question? Okay, if you have no question, then I would like to say what I would like to say. Thank you so much.